God perspective.
The Food and Drug Administration asked a federal judge on November 15th to give it until the year 2076 to fully release the documents in its possession tied to the approval of the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. The FDA's request was made in a filing as a part of a Freedom of Information Act or FOIA lawsuit by a medical transparency group. The government told the court that it has 329,000 pages of documents responsive to the FOIA request and proposed releasing 500 pages per month to allow for redactions of exempt material. At that rate, the FDA would fully release the records in question in just under 55 years. The plaintiff, Public Health and Medical Professionals for Transparency, is a group of doctors and scientists, including Harvey Reich, a professor of epidemiology at the Yale School of Public Health. The group filed the lawsuit after the FDA denied their request to expedite the release of the records. The plaintiff and the defendant, unable to reach an agreement on a disclosure schedule, are seeking a hearing to argue their cases before the judge, who may eventually make a decision in that regard. Quote, "The FDA's promise of transparency is, to put it mildly, a pile of illusions," closed quote. That comes from Aaron Siri, whose firm is representing the PHMT in the lawsuit. They wrote this in a blog post on November 17th. Quote, "It took the FDA precisely 108 days from when Pfizer started producing the records for licensure to when the FDA licensed the Pfizer vaccine." Siri continues, "Taking the FDA at its word, it conducted an intense, robust, thorough, and complete review and analysis of those documents in order to assure that the Pfizer vaccine was safe and effective for licensure. While it can conduct that intense review of Pfizer's documents in 108 days, it now asks for over 20,000 days to make these documents available to the public," close quote. The FDA did not respond to a request for comment. The FDA licensed the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine under the Comirnaty label on August 23, 2021, less than 4 months after Pfizer began submitting documents for the full approval of the drug. The FDA approval of the licensure in late August led to an avalanche of vaccine mandates in private and public sectors. The COVID-19 is the disease that is caused by the virus, and it's commonly known as the novel coronavirus. For TLP Headlines with a Voice, this is Felicia Lockhart.
Black God perspective.